Hi, Only Ones. This is Kathy again. Thank you so much for watching part 2 of Healthy Relationships. And if you get a chance after, please subscribe to us on Substack to let us know that you're there and that you support our mission. Talk to you later. It was like, oh, there's something separate. Whereas a family where everything's combined, they seem to be more cohesive.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes it can be dramatic too. If it's like it's all one, but somebody's actually controlling all the money and the other person doesn't get, that's different. I'm talking about
because
like,
that was your experience
with the thing about my parents is my mom made a lot of money.
Yeah, but
it wasn't that she didn't make. It was that it was a relationship where she gave all the money to him to control, and he didn't exercise giving her any control herself.
Yeah,
which was ludicrous because she made a ton of money. So that nobody can understand that. But I remember like her relinquishing a lot. Like she never drove herself anywhere. She was like scared to drive. Now with Uber, she probably could have been much more like independent.
Yeah,
but
unstoppable now.
Yeah, but like at the time, I think she felt that giving up autonomy is like an act of love.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I felt like that was
service
part of it. Yeah. Even if she
Sacrifice.
didn't like it,
yeah,
I think that there was a part of that was in there.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in doing that because I see how dangerous it can be if you give that up to like the wrong person, and what if they like start to be entitled to your freedom? You know what I mean? Like they don't give like you need something and like they won't give you the money to get it. Like what? You know what I mean? That so I'm very like my situation is so good that I've even had like other family members tell my husband like, you're spoiling her. You need to like chill out and not let her be so free to go do whatever.
Yeah.
But because in the beginning of our marriage, I had 3 jobs. I like held it down. I did so much. We have an understanding of like what I'm allowed to do and like you know. So, but that's interesting to me that another person would come in and try to stop my freedom. Right?
It's none of your business.
But it was just interesting, like, why? Yeah. Is it because you don't have freedom and you're upset that I have freedom, or you don't think I should have freedom because in your day, because it was a woman, your day, you didn't get that freedom, or you don't believe that any woman should have this kind of freedom, right? Yeah. There was like so much, and this is a progressive voter, this is a Democrat, and yet like, didn't realize like that's upholding the patriarchy big time by coming in to somebody's marriage and trying to say like to the husband.
I feel like that's the antithesis
crazy.
Of feminism.
Yeah,
it's like it's the woman's right to choose. Like it's either. If because there are women who want to be homemakers, and
and they should have right to do it.
Yeah, and then there are women who are like, oh, fuck, I hate cleaning the house. I'd rather go fucking make a ton of money and pay somebody to do it. They should have the right to do that.
Yeah,
they should have the right to out earn their husbands if they want to. They should, you know what I mean? So I think that's like the whole point of feminism, and sometimes people forget. Because I low-key felt judged by my friends when I decided to not like pursue that like boss bitch. Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And then like kind of step down and work part time so we could move to California. Because I feel like some of my friends are like, "Why are you sacrificing so that your husband?" And I'm like, "That's not what that's about. It's we're gonna be making more money as a familial unit."
Yeah, but you don't also owe anybody an explanation.
Yeah,
like mind your business.
And I don't want to live in Ohio anymore, so let me get the fuck out.
Well, I mean, for me, I'd be like, first off, we got this, and you don't need to fucking chime in. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. But also, for me, it was because I had like a decade of being a boss bitch, and then after that, I was like happy. The transformative process of everything that happened was also like a good way to be like, oh, I can release the guilt of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't have like suffer like sadness and losses, I would have maybe felt
that
probably
that guilt.
Because I still feel like, I mean, after 12 years of sort of like being early retired, like I always had something in me like I need to do something. I had friends that were like, you cannot stop being a fashion designer. Are you kidding? You've done way too much because I didn't just design for Stevie Wonder. I didn't just dress him. I dressed like Michelle Pfeiffer. I dressed Diplo. Like, there's a whole bunch of other people. I was on the show, so I was like not a one-hit wonder kind of vibe. So people were like, dude, how could you just give it all up?
Yeah.
But me, I felt like after that whole thing with the transformation of like understanding like being a mother biologically, you only have so many years where you can physically carry a baby and also physically like do the very late night,
the grunt work.
Oh my God. Thank God I used to be a late night raver because that was why I was like, oh, this reminds me of those raving days. I feel that same way. I thought it was something else and I realized it was just sleep deprivation. It wasn't just partying vibes. It wasn't just that. It was sleep deprivation.
Like slightly delirious.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I was like, but I powered through because it was like, oh, this is reminiscent of my days. I'm like doing exchanges in San Francisco and raving and partying all night, like at the backflip and like going to Stanford and doing random like party there and then going whatever, like going to college and going to massives in the middle of fucking nowhere. You know what I mean? Like doing stuff like that and then holding a baby and then like a funny, like tying back to when you were young, pre-baby, and then being there with the baby and how like everything had changed, priorities had changed, and having a block of time, like a solid block of time of not being a mom and like just being about us as a married couple, traveling, doing fun stuff, prepared. Yeah, like I was tapped out.
I'm gonna have that on the other end.
Well, the benefit of that, I know people that I know that had their kids young. Yeah, they get to enjoy their like travel time. While they're still young.
Yeah. So
and you have money.
Yeah, that's what my husband says. He's like, by the time we're like 45, we're gonna be more well off and be able to actually travel and enjoy it. It's not gonna be like scraping to travel. It's gonna be like, oh, let's go travel. Yeah. So, yeah, he always says that because I'm like, what if we had another baby? And he's like,
do you want to have another baby?
I would, financially, I would have like 2 more kids.
Oh, you would?
I would.
You would have 5 kids?
I would have 5 kids.
I know, I have a friend that has 5 kids.
I would, because
oh wait, we have a friend that has 5 kids.
I hate being pregnant, but I love being a mom.
Okay.
So, if I, like, when my daughter potty trained, I cried because I couldn't change any more diapers.
No, I remember that. I remember being sad.
And I was like,
that it was the end of that.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah.
It was, everything was saying goodbye. For me, I was done.
Yeah.
Because mine was so painfully sad. But also, as a foodie, could not handle that pregnancy diet any longer. I needed oysters. I needed like medium rare steak. Like it was brutal. I need sushi again. Like it was brutal for me food wise. I was like, I can't wait for this pregnancy diet.
Oh my gosh, one thing I craved was freaking Subway.
Oh, like
deli
Italian,
meats. Yeah. And I was just like
Italian BMT.
As soon as I pushed the baby out, because there's a Subway in every hospital. I was like, give me a sub. I got sushi. That's funny. And I don't know why, because I don't really like Subway. Actually, funny fact. My husband used to work in a Subway when we were dating in college.
No, it's quite
delicious. And I would go hang out with him after hours.
I like the Italian BMT. I used to love the meatball sub so much. This is not an ad. We actually this is actually sincerely like talking about.
Yeah, Subway.
Yeah, it's just a coincidence. If we ever get a sponsorship, it's because we already said something positive about them, not because they're paying us to say something positive.
Yes.
Because we don't do that.
The artificial.
Yeah, we're not doing that. But like it's very interesting how like you have these positive memories of right reminiscing like, oh yeah, like do you look back at your years and go, I cannot believe everything that we've been through?
I do. So we were only together for like 6 or 7 months when we found out that we were pregnant with our first son.
Okay.
So within those 6 or 7 months, I was not thinking I was going to marry this man. Okay. In fact, we were together for 5 years before we even talked about it. And when we did get married, it was like a very rash decision.
Okay.
So I feel like the first 3 years we were together, we were very, very hot and colds. Because one, we were 20, like our hormones are still regulating
and you
themselves.
Have a baby.
Yes.
It was very stressful.
Yes. We are poorest of the poor.
Yeah.
I was working at Macy's making like $7.50 an hour.
Yeah.
and then also being a cocktail waitress, so I could afford childcare. He was working part-time at Lowe's, and then working or going to school full-time at his private art college. And then Saturdays, he was conducting the art class for the kids and stuff. So he was very busy as well. And so if you can make it through when you have financial stress like that to the other side, dear Lord, I feel like you can make it, because you really have to just like have faith that the other person is pulling their weight and they have the best interest for you guys as a unit at the end of the day.
I think the key, one time I heard this piece of advice was like, a marriage is about every day, the goal is to be in service of the other person, not in service of yourself.
Right.
If you're always in service of the other person, the marriage will be healthy. If you're in service of yourself,
but it goes
the marriage will be
both
toxic.
ways.
Yes, because definitely like I've obviously seen where one person can be more of service to another person, and another person be of service to them. They reciprocate, but not reciprocate to the same level. But I think that happens with men and women all the time. Like women really, I don't think men will ever understand the sacrifices that women have to make in order to fit into the matrimonial societal roles.
Yeah, the patriarchal society. Yeah, for sure. I mean, my husband always, I was just telling you last week how I had this crazy epiphany of like, well, I've been so chill and I'm not like as boss bitchy as I used to be.
Yeah.
And how it's like, I have a history of sexual assault for years of my life, up until I went into high school. And then in high school, I was in charge of watching my siblings. I basically went from just not even having a childhood because the sexual...
You were like a victim?
Yeah,
and then
the molestation, yes, started at 4 years old. So 10 years of my life. Then I turn around and then I have to be a parent, and I'm going through the court case, which is very, very stressful.
Yeah.
Because that was like held over my head always.
Yeah.
And then also working. I started to actually like work at the age of 15 and a half as soon as I could when I got my little worker's permit. And so I did that, and then I doubled down in college, and then I got knocked up when I was 20. And then I've been like hauling ass, trying to provide and be a good partner and be a good mom. And finally now I feel like the dust has settled. I can actually like breathe. And I've always been, you were saying, like that fight or flight, like survivor mode. And I've always been in that. And now I actually can like breathe and relax. And my husband's so supportive when I was talking to him about that. And he actually was like, thanks for telling me that, because it makes me feel, because he's always so worried that he's not providing enough or he's not showing up enough for me.
So that's what the conversation was about.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, now I was just like, I had this crazy epiphany of why I feel like I haven't been like on it like I usually am. And it was when we moved out to California, and I was like, oh, okay. And also because I don't have a very healthy relationship with my parents, and my parents would help us out with childcare. I don't want to say like it was free, because I did have to pay my dad to watch my kids, even though he was retired and had no income. And so I feel like I created that space, which actually gave me room to breathe, right? Because it's like that feeling that you get when your dad calls. Like, I'm still like that when my mom calls. I'm like, oh, shit, what is it now? And it makes you feel anxious, and I have to prepare myself mentally to answer the phone. So now I have that time, and I can, like, settle. And even, like, the other day, and this is why I feel like women need to find men, because we provide so much service to our men. We support our men. Our men should also be supporting us, because I was lounging in our pool, and he started cleaning the backyard. And I was like, oh, here, let me get out and help you. I'll just start skimming the pool, because he was getting the grass and it kept blowing into the pool. I was like, I'll skim the pool. He was like, no. Can't you just relax? Like, just because I'm doing something doesn't mean you have to do something. And I was like, oh, damn. Because I get that from my mom. Did your parents ever do that? We're like, if they start cleaning the house, everybody's ass has to get up and start cleaning the house, or you're in trouble.
No, my parents were like not at home ever.
Okay.
They were always worrying.
Oh no. It was like, if my mom was cleaning the house, your ass better get up and start doing something, or your ass will get chewed out. But he was like, he was like, I like to think, and he's kind of just like joking around, but he's trying to be really sweet. I said, I like to think I measure my success off of how like much you can enjoy yourself and chill.
No, he's right.
You know, he's like, because you do so much, like just chill.
Yeah, it's true. That's actually a good measurement for a man, especially like a man in like modern day.
Mm-hmm.
Is the success of how good of a husband you're being is directly in proportion to how relaxed your wife is.
Right. As
long as she's not just like siphoning everything out and like destroying everything financially, right? But that's a good measure because it's true. Because there's invisible labor. Like women, men don't realize you don't know all the time that a woman changes the toilet paper, changes the paper towel roll, picks up whatever random little piece of garbage on the ground all over the house with her hands, washes the car,
juggling kids' schedules,
planning parties, wrapping birthday gifts, wrapping any gift, planning outfits. Although I will say this, oh my god, so on the cruise I just came off of, I'm like a bad packer. It's like something that's like a joke in our marriage that's been running forever. One time I forgot to pack bottoms completely for our youngest for our 5-night cruise.
How do you do that?
I just completely didn't.
You just packed up a bunch of shirts and you were like, you're good to go.
Yeah, I just start throwing like, oh, I like that shirt. I just start throwing things I like into the suitcase, and I don't actually start checking to see if they go together with anything. Mm-hmm. And I figure, I got. So I should have known when my entire suitcase.
Put pants in there.
So I brought 0 outerwear for this entire cruise, and except for one sweatshirt that was part of a pajama set, and it said, "I'm so cold," 24/7, mm-hmm. And because it was cold, I had to wear that same sweatshirt day to night, every single day, because I had no other clothes that were warm, except for dinner. I had like evening clothing for dinner, but it was just funny because I literally I wore the same clothes every.
So in your picture,
it's all the same sweatshirt, same. But it made me recognize okay, so in that sense, my husband does packing. So mm-hmm. What I have a lot of friends they're always stressed out because they're always packing for everything, and I go, oh, I don't have to pack. I go, what do you mean? Mm-hmm. No, my husband packs everything. Yeah. What? And so that's where I can feel like when you have the equity in a relationship mm-hmm. where everybody's doing some work, so that the work that's not like earning work, but like work for the house, work for the kids, family, to function on vacation, is shared by both people. Yeah. In a way that's like substantive. Yeah. And not where one person has to tell the other person. I don't tell my husband to pack. I don't tell him what to pack.
He just does it.
And I don't tell him when to pack.
That's another thing of a mental load, is reminding or like asking.
Yeah.
For that service.
Yeah. So are there times?
That's another thing you're planning. You have to worry about to make sure that, okay, on your checklist, okay, are we packed? Can you pack? Yeah. It's another thing for you to the invisible labor. So
the fact that I don't have to do that is a huge mental load off my.
That is.
Yeah, no, I'm very well aware.
My husband is a bad packer, so I put him, and he's very bad at wrapping presents.
So you have to do. So my husband can wrap presents too, and so that's and he can cook. So we both cook. If I'm not home, he automatically. So when I go on a trip, I literally don't have to. If I'm on a cruise and I don't have phone service, I don't have to check in, because he's got it. And in the beginning, I remember my family would be like, what the hell? Why are you not helping? Go help him. And I was like,
he's got it, I promise.
First of all, God forbid something happened to me. I need to know that he can take care of these damn kids. And they're like, oh, that's a good point. I'm like, so yeah, I'll help whenever I know how to help. Yeah. But I'm also like, do you see this right now? Go, can you do this? Because if I'm the only one noticing and he doesn't, I need to know that he will, when I'm not with him, that he will start noticing these things. Yeah. Right. So because I was a gymnastics coach, I am very well aware if somebody's going to break their neck, if they're about to fall, if there's a dangerous thing, I can get there really fast and catch them, or I can So there's little things like that I'm like, do you notice these? Do you notice how not safe it is right now? I notice that men often will throw a baby in the air right underneath a freaking ceiling fan and be like, am I the what?
Why are you doing
Men
that
do that
so
all the time.
Close to the ceiling fan? They could hit their head.
Or just by force, if they feel I've seen stories with dads trying to pull clothes on their babies, and they feel resistance and they force it on, they break their toe. I'm like, the resistance means there's something that go in there and loosen it. Like, there's just like a difference between like men and the women, you know what I mean? There's go. So things like that.
There's supposed to be a hole on the other side, just
like,
make it happen.
Like, dude, but it's
what's
a baby foot, baby toe, right? Like, hello. So like things like that where I observed intuitively, like, okay, men versus women. In terms
but like speaking of compromise though, because my husband is a bad present rapper. I still will have him rap presents. I've just over the years had to walk myself back because if I need the help and he's willing to help, I can't sit there and get mad about how he's helping.
You can do bags. Bags and tissue paper are great.
Yeah.
Mad bags. Just get like 30 bags and tissue paper.
Just with paper?
Yeah. It's so easy.
I'm like, how the hell are you measuring the paper to wrap around this gift? Because it doesn't make sense.
It's so funny.
But that's like one of those things like, okay, at first I used to always wrap everything. But now that we have more children and whatnot, especially during holidays, I'm like, okay, we're going to have a wrapping party today because I need your help. Yeah. And I have to sit there and just look the other way. My back just has to face his.
Like, let me give you an example of like a bad, like really bad husband situation. So in military, I got to see so many examples of really shitty husbands.
Ooh.
One of she was a good friend of mine who her husband would purposefully mop the bathroom floor using the toilet water.
Just to piss her off.
To show that, like, oh, you can't trust me. Look at how I do it. I'm so bad at this stuff. Oh my god. Like, like, I just have to let him do it badly. I don't care. She was like, I can't let him do it. Don't touch anything. I'm washing all the dishes. You're disgusting. So that she would end up doing the entire.
He did it on purpose. That's so manipulative.
Yeah. So that's also how, like, if you have somebody like that, your date's like, dude, run. Like, do not end up in a relationship with somebody like that. Like, even if they think it's funny, like, really, the person you want to, if you want to get your rocks off with something that's like fun, but not like someone's a good partner, fine. But don't ever get a long relationship with somebody that would act like that.
Oh, God.
And he also cheated. Yeah. He also, like, spent money on strippers and, like, also like that, but like, found out later. I believe it. And then his mom was like, you should stay with him, though. Marriage is forever. And I was like, only a stupid bitch that had to deal with that herself and who would raise a shitty son like that would say that. Yeah. Like, of course she'd say that. You're a shitty mom.
Now he's your problem.
Well, she created the problem, right? Yeah. Yeah. So,
take him back.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, misery loves company. I was like, no, just because she had to live with that doesn't mean you have to get the fuck out of there. I would have
been so mad.
But I've seen.
I've probably been like, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go stay at a hotel until you learn how to fucking clean the toilet.
That's why I think, like, sometimes when you're, like, reasoning, sometimes, like, the idea of reasoning with somebody, we're like, no, they're just so out of pocket. They know. You don't need to reason with them. You reasoning with them is them being like, this is hilarious. Yeah. That I know what I did was fucked up. You don't need to explain to me why it's fucked up. I know. But you're going to sit there and take the time to explain to me. Go ahead, explain to me. I know. I don't give people the fucking time. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm done.
Toilet water to mop the bathroom.
Yeah, she was like, it was a lot. So that's why it's really important to date until the person that you're dating is so much more fun than being single. Yeah. And don't feel like you have to settle or give up.
Yeah, anything. Don't feel like you have to settle or you have to...
Or dim yourself.
Yeah. Because even after I had my son, we were together for 5 years before we decided to get married. Because even then, after we had our child, we were both like, do we want to stay together forever? Because there is such a thing as, like, co-parenting. Right. And I definitely was one of those people, like, if I'm going to stay with somebody, I want my kids to have a healthy example of what a relationship is, not freaking force it. And so we meddled in that gray area for a while. And then he got, like, a job offer to move to Miami originally. And they're like, oh, well, we only pay for you unless you're married. Because he was like, yeah, I have my partner and my child.
Oh, to transfer.
To transfer.
Like, to move you.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, the only time we'll pay is if you're legally married. And then so we're like, okay, let's get married. And then we've been together ever since. Or, well...
That's the rash decision. Now I understand. Yeah. I mean, it was rash, but it was, like, very logical.
It was very logical.
Yeah. And it worked out.
Because within, like, after we made that decision, we, like, set a date. And it was, like, 3 months after we talked about it. We were like, okay. It was very, like,
court
low-key.
Wedding?
No, we had, was one of my best friends, her husband, that they're not together, actually officiated the wedding.
Okay.
But we lived in Ohio where there's land. So his parents have like a really nice backyard. So we got like one of those big white tents, and he has a friend that owns a Christmas tree farm. It was very low key because I didn't want a wedding. So all of our stuff was from people we knew. So his friend who had a Christmas tree farm, so he brought lights and he strung it up in the trees. And then like his ex-girlfriend from high school actually made her a cake.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, which is funny. She's super, super sweet. She's very talented baker.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, very talented baker.
It speaks to like how nice of a guy he must have been that she wanted to make the cake.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then another one of my best friends, husband who was in the army.
Okay.
And they're divorced. They had like a shotgun wedding.
Okay.
He had a brewery, so he provided cakes and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So like all of our stuff, we didn't have like the traditional wedding. Like it was just like we walked in, we said our vows, and then we just had like a bonfire, drinks, board games, just very much like our vibe.
So would you renew? Most people that like have, we had 2 weddings. So for us, it's like we talk about doing renewal like 25th anniversary or something.
I hate being the center of attention, so that's why my wedding was so low key. Because I didn't want one. He wanted one because he's like, I love you, I want to celebrate you, and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't want to be celebrated. I just want to get married. So then that was our compromise, was to do something like very much
that's real.
Our style.
Because I was really freaked out why everybody was staring at me.
It's weird.
I was like,
right?
why is everybody staring at me?
So I mean, I don't think I
like a weirdo. Like you're the bride, I mean.
Yeah.
Hello, you're the bride.
Like, we're here for you. You invited us, remember? And you're like, please don't.
Duh.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess I don't want to be a celebrity.
He was, very much like that. And he doesn't like to dance. He doesn't.
Oh my God, we were so awkward. It was like a prom
so
dance.
we had no dancing. Yeah. We had like food, hanging out, like a glorified cookout, pretty much.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
And
he's like, it was one of the best days.
Oh, that's so sweet. I could see you guys doing a renewal. Like maybe like Hawaii, like some kind of vacation spot, just you and the kids.
Yeah,
and
if we do something like that.
in like white.
Yeah.
And then just doing like beach.
Yeah.
Renewal, Yeah. We thought about it. I just don't like.
Because now you guys are like on the.
We're close to 25.
Yeah.
So we thought about it because we never throw parties ever.
Quarter of a century.
I don't throw birthday parties for myself. Like we go on trips. You know, like, so like, should we do it? Do we want to do it? So we don't know. We're thinking about it, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I know. And then too, it's funny because some of my friends, because we just celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary, and he was like, "Okay, I want to get you like a new band. Like I want to, because I don't have an engagement ring because we're like, okay, let's get married, and then we just went and got a ring." He's like, "I want to get you a new band," and I'm like, "Okay." And my friends are like, "When are you going to get your band?" And my friend was actually on the phone with him.
So we're okay.
No,
so,
I still haven't gone one.
So that's your wedding band.
Yeah, so this is my wedding band.
It's funny. We have similar in the sense where it's diamonds, white gold or platinum.
It was
rose gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one I designed.
Oh, you designed it.
I designed this ring. That's my actual wedding ring that was in the ceremony.
Okay.
Then at 20 years, he upgraded me and bought me this one. This is from Tiffany. Yay. And the reason it's Tiffany is because Tiffany is who employed us in that period of time when we were broke.
Yeah.
He worked for Tiffany. And Tiffany, that job saved our ass before Mom was pregnant, before he was able to start at the big law job.
Oh, damn.
And so we only buy Tiffany jewelry now as a way to sort of like
support.
Yeah. And also just to always remember like how hard it was.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget how broke you were. Don't ever forget
who
you were when you were poor. Don't forget how it felt to be poor. Don't forget the people that are poor.
Right.
Don't forget it. Like, always remember.
Yeah.
Because you are 3 bad decisions away
from being that person.
Yep. At any given time.
Yeah.
Don't ever think you're better than anybody else at any time. It could be you. And so that's why, like, when, like, I'm asking you, because we had 2 weddings, and then the renewal, even though this was a renewal cruise, we tried to book, but somebody had booked it already. So we were going to do the renewal. We were going to do, like, a Disney one, because this is how funny we were going to do it. We weren't going to invite anybody. We were just going to do a Disney one and then literally do it at Castile, their private island. And the reason why we're on Disney is because they plan everything and you don't have to think about anything.
You just show up.
You just show. I just don't have to think about anything. I want to be done well and not worry about it.
Yeah.
And then we thought, oh, it'd be really funny if we asked them to put all the princesses and princes and characters in the wedding photo as if like that was who came to the wedding. And so we're cracking ourselves up like thinking about doing that. And then it was booked. So the only option was to do like Nassau, but I didn't want to just go to some random, So we never did it, but I still had the ring.
Yeah.
So then we're like, it's good. And we had 2 weddings. But because for you, yours is perfect. It's a perfect setup for a renewal. It doesn't have to be like with all these people.
Yeah.
But it's a perfect setup because it was a rash. It wasn't necessarily like the way that a typical, so that way, but you could do it with your kids.
Yeah. So
your kids can actually witness it. And then they have a baseline of like what a wedding can be like.
Yeah.
And then it could be fun together. And it would be like a vacation. Or you could like go to Greece. Or you could go somewhere.
Yeah.
Go to Laos.
Go to Laos.
You go to Laos.
No. Well, it was
That'd be
funny because we called him. It was really slow at my job. So we called him just to see if, I think I was asking if he needed to pick up the kids or if I need to pick the kids. Something like that. And my coworker gets on the phone. Where's Ray's ring? You said you were going to ring. He's like, I told her I'll take her whenever she wants to go. But I'm very adamant. Like, I don't want to have to take the kids with us. We don't have childcare.
Well, you don't drop them off here.
Just drop them off here and then go.
No, seriously. If you wanted to, we could plan it and then
yeah.
Come
but he's like, I told her I'll take her. He's like, I've been trying to get her a new ring for months, so it's on her. And I was like, so it's just funny because he's like, I wanna get it for you.
Oh, but we should do an episode because I know how to source jewelry and design and everything.
Yeah, we
could. We could go on a field trip, go to Diamond District. Or just go to like a regular jeweler and just talk about it.
I want to do lab diamonds.
Okay. Find out where that is. We can go do a visit prep before you go take him.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you want to go with him. Well, but he might be sad. You got to find out. Maybe he wants to come. But we should do a whole. This will motivate you to go. I think if you don't have like let's plan it.
Well, I also hate spending money, so that's another reason. I'm like, I don't have to do it until I have to do it.
And if you don't want one, then don't get one.
Yeah.
Right? And a lab one is less expensive.
It's less expensive, yeah. Like when I was looking.
As he wants it for him.
But he's like, I want to gift you.
Yeah, so you should do that.
Yeah, because he's like, I never bought you an engagement ring. I never, So he's like.
Would you want him just to go pick it out himself?
No, I don't trust his style. No. My husband and we have very different styles. We do. It just is
what do you like?
What it is.
Do you know? You know what's funny? You can ask. He knows because he worked with Tiffany. You can ask Eric all the
He still remembers?
Dude, dude, that brain? Yeah. He just wanted to be one of the things that made me really attracted to him was he used to want to be a doctor. And I used to like have him literally name every bone in my body. And I used to get so turned on.
He'd be like, oh, what's this?
Because I just yes, I'm attracted to
intelligence.
More. Mm. It's more important to me that the person's
You don't watch the rehearsal at all, do you?
No, should I watch it?
No. There's just this lady on there. She's like, I'm attracted to an intelligence. Albert Einstein, he's sexy.
No. So let's not. I'm not gonna. Let's not get it twisted. I have to be physically attracted to the person because I know that you have, like I said, you're gonna have to be in love.
Yeah.
With the crust, nastiest part of this person. I'm aware that when it gets bad, I'm gonna want to freaking pull the emergency brake. If he's not physically attractive to me, I'm gonna bounce so fucking fast.
Just keeping it real.
If the ick will come so fucking fast.
It so real.
But the ick can also come if you're attractive and you're dumb.
Yeah.
Like I cannot.
If you can't hold a conversation.
Hold all the weight. I cannot carry all the weight. No, because it's not just a conversation. That means in life, you have to lead in every scenario. I don't mind leading in some scenarios, but every single scenario that you would ever have to, if you're the smarter one by a lot and the other person cannot do anything, it's a lot. It's a lot of mental load. So I say my husband is attractive, but the sexiest thing about my husband is his brain. And that says a lot because he's actually a very attractive person. So for me, like, I can say that and then be like, it's actually a fair statement because when he went into my fashion house and then my boss was like thinking he was a fit model.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm Kenny's husband. And it was like, Wilson? Oh my God. And it was like, shh, for like a while after that. It was like, oh my God, Kenny. Like, yeah. But then it was like, how did that ugly little thing get him? And then I was just like, ha!
Yeah. Like, he's mine. Ha.
But that's the other thing about relationships too. Like, if you're in a good, healthy one too, like, if there is that dynamic where if you're in the relationship where the guy might be considered more attractive than the female.
I think you're very beautiful. So I don't, I feel like, is it based off of just like that?
I've just had people straight up come to me and be like, you know how it is, you being like the less attractive of the two of you. Like, very matter of fact, I've had multiple people come and just tell me that. So I can take it like, dude, I know.
Because even when I didn't know you and I saw you at the school pickup line, I even told, I think, Amy, I was like, she always dresses so cute. And like, I like her hairstyle. Like, she looks so cute and sassy. Like, before I met you.
Thank you. Well, it was, yeah, I mean, but they still said that. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're as nice as that is, and as nice, and I also know myself, like, I just wondered
if it's just like that Western beauty standard or something.
I mean, could be.
Yeah.
But it was like the gay designers and the straight designers.
Everybody was shitting on you.
Everybody was like, how the? And then we had another friend in there.
Yeah.
Who was the same time, like, her boyfriend was very good looking. And so they were like, how did these two fucking ugly ass bitches get these fine ass men? But we were just like, ha ha ha, because we knew, like, our guys were actually like, just, yes. Like, it was one of those things where you're like happy. Mm-hmm. You're not insulted. Do you know what I mean? It was just like,
you're like, yeah, I know my man.
Like, I would much rather that be the case. I would much rather be above my pay grade. I would rather be batting above average than not. I think I won in that situation. If you're telling me that my husband is way out of my league, good. That's exactly what I want.
I'm a winner.
That's exactly what I want. Yes. I have no issue. Please tell me that again. I don't mind. But not everybody can take it. Not everybody can compartmentalize and, like, look at it that way. Because I had a friend that was a little bit like, you know how people say that, and like, and she said, and I was like, but what I did instead is I came to her husband, I was like, dude, you have to be aware that she says this about herself. You need to let her know that you think she's the most beautiful woman in the world, because I know he did, and he does. Mm-hmm. So he did, and then I was like, look at what he said, So, because he really was like, why'd she say that? I was like, no, because I'm sure people have come up, like, you don't have that unless people have come up to you many, 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 many times and said that to you. Mm-hmm. So, and then other people, so that's how I get it, not only from people just saying it to me, but then other people that are in the same dynamic where their boyfriend is, or husband is technically better looking than them.
Yeah.
And then they come to me like it's a support group that's not official. And so I'm like sure, let me let me mother and you. I know, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Don't worry about those other people are saying. Just enjoy your man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so ballsy though.
It's hard out there being a woman.
It is.
You get it from everyone. Even people trying to be polite to you.
Because I feel like if a man is with a woman that's way hotter, then everyone's like, good job, bro. Good job.
Well, Judd Apatow made that the benchmark of success for a guy is to be. That's why I'm like, well, why wouldn't I want to be batting above my figure? Mm-hmm. But the funny thing is when your husband actually finds you beautiful, it's very insulting to the husband. It's like, why do these people keep saying this to her? Like, that's so annoying.
Yeah,
it's fucked up. Like, who's saying this?
Actually, there's a famous footballer. I think he's in the UK. Football, soccer. Where his partner is. I don't want to say she's overweight because she's not. She's like
normal.
Yeah,
but just in comparison to his like craziness.
12.
Okay.
Where they all have like supermodel,
right?
Like very petite framed partners, and everybody craps on her, and he always is like, she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and it's just like, why are you shitting on the public. Why are you shitting on her when you're not sleeping with her man is? Leave her alone.
Yeah. Well, because public opinion is just like that, right? Like, if you're just visually looking at something, that's just like, that's why fashion place was so... Fashion is just that thing. Yeah. That's what fashion thrives on, right? It's just the initial, like, love or hate of a person's appearance, how they're dressed, whatever. And if you're in that dynamic, you're gonna hear that. And you just have to compartmentalize it, like, I'm winning, though. When you're talking about me like that, that means I'm winning. Yeah. Because I'm getting something you think I shouldn't get. So that's good, right? I'm winning. Yeah. So that's how you look at it.
You need to tell her that. Because she seems so sweet and adorable.
I think that there's this one social media account where there's a girl who's, like, heavier than her man, and he's, like, super buff. And I was like, why are you dating that? And it's, like, really mean. But I also think that to pretend like that doesn't occur, that people aren't thinking that, is also disingenuous.
Oh, yeah. People do think that.
So you have to, there's, like, balance between, like, what's the truth? Like, would you rather, when I think about, like, handicapped people in wheelchairs, are like, people just don't look at me.
Is it that?
They just look past me. And I go, oh, that's true, huh? Like, is it better to not, right? Or to acknowledge?
Like, yeah, your ass is in a wheelchair. I get it, yeah.
Like, that's why, like, Matt Rife and his jokes, when they're like, I thank you for making fun of me because I feel included. Everyone else just pretends I'm not there. Yeah. It's like, that's
when they say, like, you shouldn't say that you don't see color, like when you're talking about race.
Yeah.
Because then you basically are overlooking all of the oppression that those people have faced.
Yeah, because I think it was easier to do it that way as a way of transitioning from being super racist to, like, better. Yeah. But now I think people are smart enough to know the difference. So now you can actually challenge people, like, okay, what am I? Yeah. Can you tell what I am? Instead of being, you're just Asian. I'm like, it's so overly general that just because the food is so specific, right? Like, Filipino food is so different than Lao and Cambodian and Thai and Vietnamese versus Japanese and Chinese. It's so different, right?
It is different, yeah.
To say we're all the same is, like, the weirdest thing.
Right. Well, it's funny because the person who actually had that conversation with me was my cousin's black wife. Mm-hmm. Because I grew up in the household, my mom was always like, we don't see color. So then I just always was like, that's how I was raised. And so I treated everybody equally because I didn't see color. Mm-hmm. But then I had that conversation because actually my oldest son was being bullied in school because he was a minority, which still happens because racism still exists. And I had posted something about it on social media, and then she messaged me on the low because she's very respectful and sweet. And she was like, hey, actually, and I was like talking to her, and I was like, it's just weird because I've always been raised to, like, not see color and da-da-da-da-da. And she was like, actually, that's actually going to be hurting your son because he should know that because he looks like a person of color, he's going to be facing other obstacles that white people wouldn't.
That's true.
So she was like, she educated me on that, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Which is true because I had so many experiences with people who assumed that I didn't speak English or that I was Hispanic or whatever.
Yeah, because the thing about trying to treat everybody the same is that you're also saying, like, I don't want to hear any of this other stuff. I don't want to hear the stuff that makes you different. I'm trying to keep you the same. I'm trying to make you equitable. But you're also saying, I don't want to hear anything. I want you to homogenize into the status quo, which is white culture. And we're saying you're as good as us, right? It is meant well. We're saying you're equal. We're saying you're equal to us. You're the same as us. But you're also at the same saying, I don't care anything about you. Yeah. You're going to learn
to be this way.
It's basically like the way that a trainer and an orca, right? Or it's like, we feel you're like an equal to us trainers, but you have to learn our language. I'm not learning your language. Right? And then you wonder why they tear the freaking trainer apart.
Right.
Right. So it's like, you have to recognize that transitional part was for them, not for the people that were different.
Yeah.
it was a shorthand
that was
to help them get there.
That I think was useful. I haven't gifted that lesson upon my mom yet, but
well, I mean,
I don't think she's there.
I don't know that, like, you're the one
If I
to
would be the one
teach
to
her. It would be like your kids. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe.
It needs a generational buffer.
It does.
It's too direct between mother and daughter. It has to be grandchild and grandmother. That's where those lessons take effect. Because the grandkid isn't coming from like a judgmental, like we had direct drama, right?
Yeah.
There's the buffer between you and then they want to connect and they know that the grandchild is not actually trying to be like mean or trying to prove a point or trying to like make what that grandchild is actually like trying to learn. Yeah. Which opens the heart up for it.
And they just like their grandchildren more because they don't have to deal with the bullshit
all the time.
Yeah.
They only get the good parts of them.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I'm glad to hear that you have, even now, even though it was like rash, obviously it was a good decision.
Yeah.
And that obviously it was, you found your soulmate. Like you guys found each other. Even though it wasn't like, but I think that's also good. It's not typical story. Both of us don't have typical, you know, somebody who like set us up or there was a blind date or like we met at college or whatever. Right? We just at like a random place that you would normally just say.
Great meet cutes, honestly.
But before technology.
So
like real life.
I know. I think that plays a huge role in relationships now because a lot of my friends who are single and dating, they feel like men can cheat at the click of a button or
they can.
With a swipe. The swipe. So
well, is emotional cheating more serious now, or do you just let it go? I mean, I don't know. We would not be okay with it. But in a world where it's normal, do you give grace to somebody or do you like not? Do you count it as cheating if they've never physically touched somebody? That's the thing I wonder with like the swiping. Like, how does one
I feel like I would
that?
still get upset. For sure. But I don't know. My husband has a lot of friends that are girls because he went to a private art school. So he was around a lot of females. And then he has female coworkers. I mean, he has male coworkers. And I will say he's closer to his male coworkers. Like they have game night where they play like D&D, go over the computer and phone together. But like one of the girls, she's from Ohio actually. He's the one who he referred her, and she's also friends with my cousin's husband. And so sometimes he'll drive out there and they'll go get dinner before he like comes back. So like I don't worry about emotional cheating. I feel like I don't know because we're also like best friends, like me and my husband. Like we laugh a lot together, so I don't feel like he's cold in any way or like would be seeking anything. So I don't know, but I feel like I would be upset, but I don't think. I mean, what would classify as emotional cheating? Like just flirtatious banter?
It just never has happened to me. I've had people come after my husband, like trying to get him, even knowing that he's married. Yeah. So, I'm even the way that I handle that, I'm like, please, I welcome you to try. That's literally my attitude. I literally have been like...
Do people try to flirt with your husband and it just like goes over... Because people try to flirt with my husband and it goes over his
But I've had like more
like,
direct than that. Like,
dude,
like,
she's hitting on you. And he's like, oh, she was?
No, I've had like someone straight up ask him to have an affair, basically.
Damn.
And then recruit him to a major law firm in the process of doing it. So it was very like, I was like, oh, this would be a very serious problem. And so I just had a bad feeling. I didn't understand the weight of it all until way later. But I know what it's like to have someone actually. I've had two people actually actively try to like.
I feel like somebody asked my husband, he would be like, no thanks.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I welcome you. Like the one of the girls, I was like, oh, you want to dance with him? Sure, let's make a sandwich and you can be on the friend side. And he was just like mortified, and everybody was laughing at her on the dance floor because they could see that he did not want to dance with her, and she was like doing something like really like inappropriate. And so, for me, because I know I don't have to worry, I'm like, no, please, I'm not like, you get away. I'm not one of those.
Yeah.
At all. I'm like, have at it. Good luck. Godspeed. Not gonna happen, but good luck. And if it does happen, I'm like, thank you for taking out the fucking trash. Do you see what I'm like? That's how I'm like a very like.
Right. I know.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's like if
I'll be hurt. Don't get me wrong.
You'll be sad.
Don't. I'm not gonna lie. Like
but,
I would not be freaking.
But you would want to know if.
But I'll be fine.
Yeah,
but I'll be fine.
You would
That's
want to know
how-
if he's
that's how
that
we
kind
do
of person. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, set the mic.
No. So yeah. All right, let's close out.
Alrighty. Do we want to ask a question? Are we the only ones with this one?
Yeah, are we the only ones that seem to understand what a soulmate, life partner,
Yeah. What that
perfect
entails.
spouse entails out there? Is it do Gen X, I will actually say, like, my Gen X friends tend to have been married, like,
For a long time.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Millennials? No.
Okay. So let's find out, like,
Millennials are still trying to sort their shit out.
do you see Gen X, like, how are more people married long term than not? Obviously, I have Gen X, like, people that got divorced, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, surprisingly, I have a lot of friends that are Gen X that like
For a long
over 20 years. Yeah, a few.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, like 5.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, give us a follow at Are We the Only Ones Pod on Instagram, YouTube, and then our Substack is arewetheonlyonesepod.com, and our Gmail is arewetheonlyonesepod@gmail.com. The only one that's a little different is our TikTok, Are We the Only Ones Podcast. So be sure. I'm sure if you type in pod, it would still pop up.
I
though.
know. I'm sure you'll find it.
Yeah, until next time.